Today on Times Drive, we're with Vinay Pathak. Hi Vinay, thank you for being on our show.
Hi Joe.
So you're not really a car guy, are you?
I'm not much of a car person. I think that if I have to get somewhere, what cars are for me, any mode of transportation could do for me. I mean, I love moving around in the rickshaws because they're faster and they could evade the traffic.
In the cities, yeah, no one does like to drive. And what about when you to go outside of town or things like that?
I'm not much of a driver, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, not that I don't know how to drive. I do know how to drive, but not much of a driver. I like to be driven around.
When did you learn to drive?
I learned to drive when I was in 9th standard.
9th standard?
Yeah, my dad's Jeep.
Okay.
Which I used to sneak away with. My dad didn't know that I could drive until I was a full-fledged driver myself.
Okay.
And then one day he saw me driving and rather than being mad at me, he said, do you have a license? I said no. And he's like, all right, so we need to get one for you.
Going back to that Willys Jeep, where is it now?
I don't know. I think sold off or gone to a junkyard maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking mid-70s. Yeah, so I don't think it's around. It's dead.
That's right. So,
like my desire of learning how to drive. It's dead.
So when you were in the States, you had your own car?
I had an old Ford Fairmont. This is a beaten down Fairmont.
Okay.
I used to call it my boat because it used to sail like that. And yes, I had that car.
Okay. Then when you came back to India, what was the first car that you...
I was very happy that I didn't have to drive. Rickshaws and Bombay mode of transportation is very comfortable.
Correct.
3 o'clock in the night, you wouldn't have difficulty finding, either a rickshaw or a cab to go from one place to another. So yeah, and then of course they were my friends who, if I really needed a car, I could always borrow their cars.
We live in a country where cars generally have, for the longest time, like you said, people learn to drive on a Willys or an Ambassador.
I don't want to interrupt, but please move the camera right there. See right there. There you go. That's a horse, and people ride on horses as well, and then there are bikes going by, and then if you just keep it like that for like 2 minutes, you'd see at least 20 different mode of transportation. You might see a guy carrying somebody, and that's also mode of transportation. So I'm not saying that we hype the whole car thing also. I mean, car is a wonderful invention. It's a machine that takes you from one place to another. That was the idea initially, but then it became a thing of luxury. It became a thing of, a status thing, or, what kind of car you drive, what kind of wheels do you have, and, how much that costs. And I think maybe the whole aspect of luxury is something that I'm not very excited with.
As someone who doesn't, who uses a lot of public transport, does the thought of the Tata Nano coming terrify you?
That it'll screw up the traffic, yes. But at the same time, it's also nice that in our country now, more people would have an access to having their own vehicle. Because as your program and the reason this show is that everybody wants to have a car, have a mode of transportation in the family for themselves. And we are a third world country, and it's great to see a rickshaw guy pulling up a mobile phone, and so it'll be great to see a rickshaw guy getting off his nano and saying, "Acha, abhi rickshaw ka time ho gaya, kidhar jane ka?" You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. I mean, we just I just hope that we provide that infrastructure in terms of roads and traffic structure to adjust that kind of and put on the road. That's my take on Nano.
Okay.
Other than that, you have to go to West Bengal and ask the politician, what happened at Nandigram actually? Yeah, you don't know. I think we're done.
Yeah.
The fact that there was no car to flaunt, we're done fast. And see, that's the thing. It's nice when things happen. Certain things happen quickly.
On our show, I can almost see people.
This is the Cape Bapaya shot he just took. Very nice. I have no car. Yeah, say.
For people watching our show, I can just see our audience's mouth.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, there'll be audience like, झूठ बोल रहा है साला, बना रहा है, ऐसे भी
गैराज में Mercedes होगा.
हाँ, वो नहीं है, क्योंकि गैराज ही नहीं है.